since I've uploaded a video, and I really apologize for that, but school has been really busy, and my recording device has broken several times, but here I'm finally back, and I'm hopefully going to be uploading videos, maybe once a week. Hopefully that's the goal, but if I don't make my own goal, I hope you guys understand. But I really do appreciate the positive feedback that I've been continuously getting. And today I'll be playing for you guys the T110E4, which is the American Tier 10 turreted tank destroyer. And this is personally one of my favorite Tier 10s in the entire game. Now, in my opinion, this thing is extremely underrated. And it can actually be very, very powerful on the battlefield. And today I'm playing 2 games for you guys. The first one, these are all from before patch 2.5, so no camo yet. I'm playing with my good friend Coyote, and we are in tier 10s. Now, unfortunately for the enemy team, they have an ISU 152, and he is also in the Grim clan, so I kind of felt bad for him since 2 against 1, and he is also in a tier 8. Now, we are playing on the new map, or a relatively new map called Canal, and what you should always do on this map is go to this, the southeast corner. You see that little dip on the mini-map there? You should always go there, and if you go to the center of this map, it is possibly the worst position, because if you go on that bridge or near the factory, it's very easy to get shot from both sides, and the other side of the map is just, in my opinion, way too isolated for effective combat, and there isn't a lot of hills or solid cover besides rocks, but that area is mostly flat. And in my T110E4 here, the team is doing a great job of suppressing these IS-7s from advancing. Now, if those IS-7s pushed up earlier, they could have gotten a very, very advantageous position being hulled down right behind where I was. Now, here I am shooting OB, unfortunately, and as you can see in this position, the E4 does relatively well. Now, the other tier 10 American tank destroyer, the T110E3, does not have a tank, but the main differences are that it has it is slower, but its gun is much better, with better soft stats and reloading stats, and they may look similar, but on top of the E4 there is this massive hole, and that is a huge weak spot. However, on the T110E3 that is not a weak spot. Now, my favorite part about the E4 besides its turret is that its straight line speed. As you can see, I do carry that speed boost, and going from place to place in short distance, it can really keep up with some of the mediums and be right there with them to be able to support them. Now, I got shot by the OB there in the ISU, so nailed me pretty hard there. This thing does not have the best armor. It has the hull from a T105, and its turret sides are relatively weak with around 250 millimeters of armor, and its cupola is weak as well with I think around 180 to 200. Now, right now I'm in a pretty tricky situation as the team did not push forward, and I'm getting swarmed by all sorts of enemies relatively soon. Now, T110E4, just like a lot of American tanks, is really fat tracks, so I am able to absorb one of the shots from the IS-7, and I get pretty lucky. I aim for the E-75's tracks, and therefore I'm able to ammo rack him. However, I do go down to the IS-7 shot. Now it is up to teammate Coyote in the E5 to finish the game off. It's always important to be encouraging, and here this is a very good position for him, as he does have the gun depression, but the IS-7 does not, so Coyote should be able to shoot up into that lower plate, which is very weak on the IS-7. Now this is just a 1 versus 1 between the two, and there is this Indian Panzer, but he is not the best player in the world, so he's not going to be very helpful. However, Coyote is able to outplay this IS-7. The E5's maneuverability is quite nice, and the E4 is not far from that. However, its reverse is quite poor, so be careful of that. Now, the E4 has a 155mm gun, which has extremely good AP penetration of over 270, I believe. I think it's around 200. 90? Yeah, 290, and it has excellent APCR pen of 370. Yeah, so as you can see, this is a great result for the platoon. Me doing 5k damage and Coyote coming very close to that. Him doing a little bit more, getting a little bit more XP from spotting and tracking, most likely. And that was 8 shots fired, 8 shots hit, and 8 shot penetration. Now, the E4 does not have the greatest gun handling in the world, and that was not your typical game, in my opinion, as a lot of times you'll find yourself missing quite a bit of shots as the long aim time and the quite poor gun handling does come into effect. Now, here's my second game. I'll be playing solo here, and as you can see, my ping is usually in the red or the yellow. This is why I'm not playing as much now, as the lag is just usually very, very frustrating for me to play. Now, we're playing on Dead Rail here, and looking at the team list, we're down a tier 10. This is before the new matchmaking of 2.5. Now, we are down at tier 10, but we have 2 TDs, so what I say is going Valley, because TD in that Valley to the west of the map is actually very good for TDs, as well as heavily armored tanks, because it is it's an alley fight basically. It's very hard to outflank them unless you go for the mid-ridge, but the mid-ridge can easily be protected from the rest of the map. So as I'm advancing, I'm telling the team to come with me. It's very important at the beginning of the game to direct your team the right way, because sometimes they may not necessarily know where to go. So it's very important. Now I see an IS-3, very unfortunate. As you can see, the E4's turret armor and the hull armor is actually quite excellent. The mantlet is basically impenetrable, and if you angle your turret slightly, the sides are very good as well. I didn't want to shoot the IS-3 because I wanted to do a big damage around to hit that object 268, which is the much bigger threat in the situation. The IS-3 I see has the stock turret, so I am not even scared of it. Now I see there's an IS-7 over there, but he is a bit far back, so I'm predicting that I can actually go forward and kill the object without taking any damage. However, the object is doing the right thing by running away in this situation. Relocating is one of the most important things in the game. As you can see, the IS-7 does pull through me as I was playing a little bit. Now, the E4 with Adrenaline fires, I'm not sure how many rounds a minute, but it has 2400 DPM without anything, so with 100% crew and no consumables and no equipment. So that puts it pretty low on the DPM list at tier 10. However, the big alpha damage does really make up for that low DPM. Now, I'm waiting for the C-75 to poke, but and finally he does do that after killing our Centurion. Now the scores are still tied at 2 and 2, and it's very important in the early stages of the game to conserve your HP, because in the end of the game you don't know what's going to happen. If you're going to get to one-on-one fights, you're going to need your health. That's why you always have to play careful at the beginning of the game. Now here's an IS-4 I play, and I switched to APCR because I don't do that. This is a very critical moment in the game. I don't really want to risk bouncing. Now I see this IS-7 here completely no situational awareness, and I had the APCR loaded there because of the IS-7 troll side armor, and sometimes it is just magic. So I loaded the APCR just to make my shot count there, and I am on preciously low health with an IS-8 in front of me who can easily penetrate my cupola or my lower plate. So I am going to play a little bit carefully here, and the cap is at 60, which is pretty dangerous at this point, and I'm really praying that my team gets a reset off. We do have a lot more players, but as you can see, they are still in the back, sitting idle, not doing basically anything. Now, I am still on very low health, and I am hoping that somebody gets the cap reset, because that will lose us the game if we don't. Thankfully, this STI comes to the rescue, puts a shot in the Centurion, reset the cap. Actually, no, he does not. I loaded the HE there, and just to make sure, because sometimes, you know, that Centurion mantle can be really tough. Now here's the IS-8, also not paying attention that I am here. What the IS-8 should have done was stayed in cover, so I had to move up to shoot. But instead, he backs out and gives me a clean shot to the side. And the ISA does finish off for T32, but that gives me an opportunity to finish off the ISA. Now, I honestly love this tank so much. I play it quite a bit, and my stats are pretty decent. I think they're around 2,900 average damage. And I really do prefer this to anything without a turret. And this is why, in my opinion, this is basically a heavy tank. This guy's is a TD. And compared to an E100, I really do like this tank much better. And there's another 5k damage game. First class mastery badge. And quite a lot of base XP, so good game. I really want to thank you guys for watching. I promise my vids will be coming out again as I do get my recording together. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.